How are we doing, everybody? Yes, you can probably tell I am not in front of the camera this time because I don't really feel like it today. Actually, that's about why. So, I was watching YouTube the other day, and I was watching Junk Heap Dave from Transformers Junk Heap. Saw a video where, because it's been 10 years since the first Transformers movie came out, they were all doing this thing in the Transformers community of the top 10 movie bots, and I thought it would be cool to participate in something like that, so decided to do this little video. And instead of seeing me, I'm just going to show you the focus on the bots, because I don't want my ugly mug to distract any of you from what you're going to be focusing on here. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Now, first and foremost, like I said, top 10 movie bots in my collection. Keywords being movie bots and keywords being my collection. Movie bots are something that I don't mind. You guys have heard it all before. I don't mind the movie bots. I think some of them are kind of cool. No, there's not going to be top 10 bots of all times on this channel. Just forget about it now. I am just doing the movie bots for this top 10, and these are the top 10 bots in my collection. So no, Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Optimus Prime is not on this channel, because I do not own one and I don't have the money to afford one. So, let's get going, shall we? Number 10. First on the list we have, for the top 10 best movie bots in my collection, NumberSeven Bone Crusher. Now yes, I know his ugly appearance might push some of you away and be like, why is he on this list? Well, because it's my list, that's why. Shut it. Bone Crusher was one of those that, I really wanted to collect when he first came out. He was really cool looking to me in the movie. I thought he was awesome, the way he took on Prime like that. The lone Decepticon who will take down the leader at any cost to please Megatron and blah, 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 blah. I kind of made up this whole bio for him in my head, and I think he's really cool. Yes, he's got kibble on his arms here. Yes. The back's actually not too bad, actually, now that I think about it. So he's pretty good there. Legs, kind of crap, but you know what? I could care less. And because this is a used one, his arm right here is kind of flaky. I tried tightening it with a screwdriver. I don't have one small enough to fit in there and fix it, but one of his key features he does have that I'm not too big of a fan of is this thing here. Little extendo arms. He can reach out and just... I don't know why that was included in the toy. I don't know why it's his feature. I don't remember seeing him do it in the movie. He's just... No, I don't know why. But besides that, he is actually kind of cool looking for a movie Decepticon. So yeah, Bone Crusher. One of my favorites. Number 9. Now, I just want to make everybody aware, most of my movie collection comes from the Dark of the Moon line, because that's when I really started getting into the movie bots. Really, anything that came out before that, I got after Dark of the Moon. So, here is one of my very first movie bots since I started collecting. Number 9, Dark of the Moon, Dark Steel. Now, to my understanding, this is the deluxe sideswipe mold, obviously, but I don't own a deluxe sideswipe, so this is the one I have to go off of, and I really like this mold. I really like the character. I like the silhouette it presents. He does still have the stupid chicken legs, but you can fix that if you want to give him like little extendo legs there. You can fix it. That one's kind of... I really like his vehicle mode. His Corvette is really awesome. The back-to-back might look a little bit ghibli, but if you don't like the way it looks, you can extend these. It gives him a little bit more of a winged look. A little different from Sideswipe, if you want to just stand apart. So there you go. Dark of the Moon, Dark Steel. One of my favorite color palettes on a vehicle, and one of my favorite movie bots. Number 8. Human Alliance Dragstrip. Dragstrip, for me, does a lot of things right. He has an awesome IndyCar vehicle mode. His vehicle mode is one of the best that I own. I really like the transformation on this guy. I like the way he can be a weapon, but I like his silhouette. I like his silhouette a lot. I like the alt mode a lot. And Dragstrip for me was was one of my favorite Stunticons, so I really liked, the name and the character and all that. So that's why I picked him up. That's why he's on this list in the first place. Other than that, there's not much to talk about. His little hologram guy is stored away somewhere, so I'm not going to be showing that off. But there you go. Human Alliance Dragstrip. Number 7. Dark of the Moon Crankcase. Now, Crankcase in Dark of the Moon was one of my favorite Decepticons. Why? Because he looks like Predator. That's not the only reason, but that was a big selling point for me on this guy. I kind of gave him a background and everything like that, like in my mind. He's like the Predator of the Decepticons. He's the wild card. He's the one that's like a lone wolf who does his own thing, even though he's got his own particular posse of the Dreads. And it was really cool to see a couple of the Dreads come back in the last night. Unfortunately, giving them a crappy name like Dreadbot didn't do much for me, and seeing him get eaten by Grimlock, just didn't do it for me. But Crankcase, the toy, is really cool. Very intricate transformation. It took me a while to try and figure out how to get him into this SUV mode. And looking at this, just from, you could probably assume by the panels what he turns into, if you don't already have the toy. But his backpack is nice and tight. I love the spikes up here. They are kind of warped just because they're older. I love the head sculpt on him. And I just love the silhouette. He looks, out of my collection, the most like his vehicle mode is integrated into his robot mode. I mean, if you look at this guy, you can tell he's supposed to be a car former. He's supposed to be a transformer. But at the same time, he holds his own personality and his own distinct silhouette look. So that's why I really like Dark of the Moon Crankcase. So here we go. Number 6. Finally, we're adding a Last Night bot onto this list. The Last Night Barricade. Barricade is one of my favorite characters in the Transformer Bayverse franchise. He's intimidating, he's powerful, he's, menacing to everybody and anything around him. The old look to him, it was alright. It looked pretty cool. He looks so much like an ordinary Transformer to me. He's got the wheels up here that are distinct to Barricade now. He's got the hood chest. This bothers me, but you can take it off, use it as a shield. I've seen many people do that. His weapons are some of the coolest on any Transformer. This wrist grappling gun, his wrist gatling gun, there we go. His nightstick and his pistol that he can store in vehicle mode on his hips. Thank you, Hasbro, for not making him hold a pistol on the car hood. Protect and serve and punish and enslave. Like, these are things that I really appreciate in a Decepticon who is in disguise as a police officer. This is way out there. Way, way, way out there. But maybe, just maybe, because it says protect and serve on his knuckles and it says punish and enslave in the movie, maybe we might get a Prowl repaint. I don't know. That would be really cool because we have yet to have a movie Prowl, I think. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. But, yeah. Last Night Barricade. One of my favorites. Number 5. Alrighty, we are halfway through this list, and we are coming up on a Cyberverse figure. Dark of the Moon Power Glide. Now, this guy was in vehicle mode when I took him out of my collection, so I'm going to go ahead and transform him here while I'm talking. Power Glide, to me, is one of those things that made me fall in love with the Cyberverse series, because with Cyberverse, you have all of these characters that aren't in the movie, but they have that movie aesthetic and that movie potential to be something more. So like with Power Glide, you can just imagine him, coming to Earth and taking the form of a plane like he is here, and very reminiscent of his G1 mode here with the I don't know the name of the plane, but he's the plane with the engines in the back. That's what I'm gonna call it here. But no, Power Glide was what actually got me into the Cyberverse series for the movies, and then Beast Hunters moving forward. He was, where the bar was set for Legends class and Cyberverse figures from there on out. He's one of my favorites. I think he has a really cool robot mode, still movie-esque, but at the same time very G1 looking as well, with the wings on the side and his alt mode, like I said. It was a cool idea to make the engines his forearms or his forelegs here. You know what? Just an overall really awesome and very posable, Legend scale or Cyberverse scale, if you will, movie figure. I think he's wonderful. So yeah, Dark in the Moon Power Glide. 2 thumbs up. Number 4. So here we go. We are going back in time for this next review. It's way back when, to either 2007, 2009, I don't remember. Voyager class, Blackout / Grindor. Yes, they were the same toy, just painted differently, and I have no clue which is which. Pretty sure I have Blackout here. So, Blackout was the first Michael Bay Transformer who we saw on the big screen. He was an imposing Decepticon who came in as a friendly chopper, and nobody knew what to expect. And this guy brought hell upon his enemies in that movie. Just that one scene alone, he shines amazingly in the 2007 movie. I think he's perfect. He is one of my favorite Decepticons along with Barricade. He knows how to kick some ass. This toy is very good from my standards, but it's this that kills me. You've got almost the entire vehicle mode on his back just for the gimmick of the blades spinning around and the little compartment for Scorponok to sit in. Anyways, Blackout, one of my favorite Helicon Decepticons. I just said Helicons. That's actually a really cool name. Screw it, I'm gonna call him a Helicon. He and Grindor, sorry, are some of the coolest looking Helicons in the movies. I really like this figure a lot. So that's about it. Blackout, whatever movie he's from. Number 2. Okay, spoiler alert. I really love Dinobots. Age of Extinction Snarl. Snarl is the one Dinobot that I felt like should have been in the movie. I understand why there were some other ones there that we don't recognize, like Scorn or Strafe, who looks like a deformed Swoop. I really wish Snarl could have been in the movies. This is 2 movies now where he's been gypped out of his role. There was the 86 movie where he never showed up, except for one scene, and then Age of Extinction where they bumped the Dinobots up so much and you're like, oh yeah, we're gonna get Grimlock and Swoop and Snarl and Sludge and whatever they're calling the Triceratops these days, because I don't want to swear for our English audience, but it wasn't even there. There was no Snarl. But this guy is one of my favorites. He definitely has that movie bot, Dinobot aesthetic without being, a movie bot. He's a dinosaur, Stegosaurus Robo in green plastic, and he's got his own distinctive color, and he's Snarl. He's a G1 favorite. Look, he's his back. If you close up the back here, he's even very reminiscent to the G1 Dinobot with the spikes going off to the side. And if you want to close this up, you can. I like to keep it open because it fills it out a little bit more. But if you close it up, it's very reminiscent to the G1 toy. The head sculpt, obviously not. I think it's the only one that looks more alien than Knightish. But I've never seen a Knight helmet that looks that way. Historians correct me, please, because I apparently enjoy being wrong. And his wrists. His wrists are the only thing I hate. They're on swivels, yes, but they don't point forward. They point upwards. I don't know why. I wish that wasn't something that happened, but it is. Overall, though, Snarl is being one of my favorite Dinobots. He's one of my favorite Dinobots from the movie. So there you go. Age of Extinction Snarl. Number 1! Yes, we've come down to the number 1 spot. Keep in mind what I said last time. I really love me some Dinobots. And this Dinobot takes the cake. Deluxe Age of Extinction Scorn. Scorn was my first movie Dinobot, and in my eyes, this Dinobot can do no wrong. He has that mix of Beast Wars Neo and just movie aesthetic that I really like. I don't care for this hand. I don't care for his robot hand, so I keep it like kind of like a Beast Wars Megatron-ish thing where he's got the dinosaur head as, you know, a cannon or something, or maybe like a Twinferno, aka Double Cross, where he's got like the dragon heads. This here is okay. I understand why they did it. I think it's cool. How the tail is, you know, his arm is just a mace or a lance or something that he can just jab you with. He's got an awesome transformation, an awesome dino mode, an awesome physique. A lot of people didn't know what to do with this junk here. That might be why a lot of people don't like him. I just tucked him in on the hips, and I think they make for a pretty cool symmetrical design. But I know they were just kind of chilling out in the official transformation, but he's one of my favorites. I'm actually working on a review for him right now, and I have a lot of good things to say about him. But there you go. Age of Extinction Scorn. My favorite movie bot out of all that I have in my collection. Now, if I had Human Alliance Jazz, that would push it over the edge. Jazz would be number 1 because he's on my list of movie bots to get. But Scorn is my favorite movie bot out of the collection that I own. He just is. He's awesome. He's imposing. He's got a Beast Wars Neo slash, you know, late G1 vibe to him. I don't know if it's colors or the beast head arm. It could be any of the above. But there you go. That's my list of top 10 movie bots. Now, if you guys want to make a video of your own, go right ahead. 10th anniversary, top 10 movie bots. Do whatever you want. Like I said, I took it up because I was watching Junkeep Dave, and he's pretty good. I love his videos. And I saw the idea and I thought, screw it, why not? So there we go. Like, subscribe, do whatever it is you guys do, and I will see you guys in the next video. And until then, bye-bye.